been a while. It's been like a week. Where have I been? You might be asking. Well, big things. Big things have been happening. New camera, new desk, new mic, new me, new mood. Set the atmosphere for this video. Things have been changing and I've been bossing up a little bit, as you can see. I guess I can update you on some things that have happened in the recent couple days. So I built a desk from scratch, like wood from Home Depot scratch. I'm also working, so it's like a wake up, work on the desk, go to work, come back, work on the desk, go to sleep type of thing, you know what I mean? So not much time in there to make any videos. Aside from that, I become a affiliate with Patchworks, which is the company that I work with. If you want any of the gear that you see in any of my videos, if you want these acoustic panels, if you want this thing, if you want it, you can buy it in the links. You're supporting the channel, you're supporting me, and it put big smile on my face if you were to use my affiliate links. And if you want any suggestions on, you know, what gear you might want to buy, make sure to hit me up on Discord. Say, hey, I'm trying to buy something. Have any suggestions? And I will point you in the right direction. Aside from that, I have a Patreon. If you want to support me there, you can cop my sample pack. You can get my project files for all my projects, which is really neat. And you can get all my audio in lossless format. There you go. What I have planned for today's video, using vocals and resampling vocals, because vocals are such an amazing sounding element. And in like, I don't think I've ever heard a song on the radio that doesn't have vocals. You know what I mean? Why do we like vocals so much? It's because we're human, right? We like the sound of other humans. Maybe we can utilize that in a different type of way. So maybe instead of using words, we can make melodies and do crazy things, resample vocals, use waveforms and things like that. That's what I'm going to be doing in this video. Without further ado, let me stop talking, put on my headphones, and let's get to work. I did a little bit of work off camera probably a few weeks ago, and I made this patch. It's called Voice. Yeah, it's a very unique patch. It sounds like a human voice. Like, that's kind of the goal I was going for. So it's supposed to sound kind of like vowels. And then in the effect rack, we have a formant, and then compression, and then reverb, which gives it a little bit of space. This is what it sounds like without reverb. So I was kind of thinking, like, what would it sound like if we resample this, or maybe put it into like a vocoder or something? Like, would it sound even more human? So that's what we're gonna do. Some C's here, like this. And then we're going to resample them just by going here and then going to consolidate tracks from track start. And then here we go. That's very ear piercing. Let's resample that. I kind of like that sound. Very loud though. Let's see what we can do. I'm just going to put notes. So this sounds really weird. Like, this does not sound good. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put that blur white on it. Of course. And now we get a really cool pad sound. It sounds like bells almost. We can kind of hand pick some harmonics here. There's something always so ethereal about like formants. I don't know what it is. Makes things sound very like, I don't know what it is. Okay, maybe some sound scientists can tell me in the comment section. We have our Edison here. Let's drop it into here. And then maybe put an LFO tool to make it kind of more plucky. We can take a limiter and kind of clip it, make a nice plucky sound. And then this has a lot of high end, so maybe we take some of that out because we don't want the frequencies to interfere with our plucks. And then maybe we can sample one of these plucks here. It's just a vocal one shot. Pull it into here and say import. And then you can see that all of these waveforms are from our vocal. We have a bunch of different sounds that we can choose from. Maybe compress it, distort it maybe. And then EQ out some of the high. I'm gonna just do a little bit of side chaining here. Alright, so I added a few things here. I recorded in some vocals, but I also made some chords out of the vocals here. And basically what we have going on here is just the one shots pitched around into a chord fashion, and then some OTT, an LFO tool, which is like a little envelope with a filter cutoff. We have the volume LFO going, and then we have some compression and then some very short reverb, so it just gives it some space. And then I also recorded some vocals in here. So what's cool about these vocals is that we can again pitch them around. By doing sharp auto slicing, it looks like we have a lot more ability to change what note we're playing. So let's just use this. So we have our little chop going here, and we can auto-tune the voice so I'm not completely out of key, because you know me, the expert singer, right? And then furthermore, we can even add a little altar boy to this. If we keep the same note here, it'll build tension. And then we have these claps kind of double up here. And then throughout this, I think I'm gonna have the claps kind of pitch up. This has got to be the most classic build-up I've ever seen. But it works, it sounds good, and it builds tension. We have this build-up and then just a huge ass 808, just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just huge 808. Yes, I'm wearing Batman sweaty sweatpants. Shut up. What am I doing? So I have this like 808 come in here, but it's like all the low end is taken out. And then let's steal the same pattern that we have in this respace. I think I'm gonna render this out, and then we're gonna port it back in, and then we're gonna pitch it up an octave to make it have more depth to it. It's at our build up here. What I'm gonna do is use my riser dropper, which you can also find on my Patreon. It's similar to Endless Smile, except this one is like $3 on my Patreon, so. So I think this first part is gonna be like kind of empty, like a little fake out, and then here it's just like hi-hats going crazy. That's something that Flume does a lot. Flume once said, copy people.
It's like ripping other people off is great.
He said it in an interview, copy people. So I'm gonna copy him. Turn the magnet down to like none. So you just go like this, and then just kind of go crazy and just drag and drop them as much as possible. Just be annoying with them. And then you want to put a pan-o-matic, and then you put the amount to all the way, pan, speed, something like this. And then here I think I want to have the volume just drop for a minute, so I can take our sidechain check and I can map it out so it does that. Like everything seems to flow really together, but then if you just take that and like have no tail, nothing, it's like very abrasive. But at the same time, it's very contrast. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're listening to it and then everything just cuts and then comes right back in, you're like, whoa. That's crazy. And then here what we can also do to add some like flow to it or some variation is add a reverb. All it has to do is be set to initiated in the position where it's off. And you can create an automation clip to change this mix to get kind of this reverse reverb effect. And it kind of gives a effect. And then you can also do things with pre-kicks. And these are meant to be used like right before a drop or something. So we can grab a few of these. And they can be used right here. And then even like effects can be cool when we have these like kind of things here. I think I'm gonna finish it up here. This is the final product. And there you go. Have a song made almost entirely out of vocals. Mess with vocal manipulation, mess with sample manipulation, and you can really make anything. That's the beauty of sound design. I hope you learned something as always. Make sure to join that Discord, drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.